Hey folks, today we're looking at the low-profile mechanical keyboard I was waiting for, Keychron's very own K3. It has a nice compact form factor that's smaller than the K1, it features an aluminum body, but more importantly, it comes loaded with hot swappable optical switches with Cherry MX compatible stems and matching stabilizers for better keycap support than typical low-profile keyboards. Or does it? This keyboard is overall very nice, but has one very major flaw that you will want to know about before getting one for yourself. So let's have a look. So this keyboard comes in a nice stealth box. In it you get some paperwork, then the keyboard itself in a plastic bag, and then replacement keycaps, a keycap puller, a braided USB-C cable, and a switch puller. The additional keycaps are meant for Windows and Mac support, and replacement keys for the orange accent keys. Taking a look at the keyboard, the top part is aluminum and looks pretty good. The bottom is plastic, however, and the keyboard flexes quite a bit. It actually came like that out of the box and I had to twist it to have it lay straight on the table. That's not too great. It shouldn't really be a problem if the keyboard stays on the desk, but if you're carrying it with you, then it might become an issue. There are 4 rubber dots for feet, and you can replace the ones at the back for a flatter angle. There's a USB-C port at the back, pretty much in the middle, and this one can be used both for charging and for a wired connection. And there are 2 switches at the left, one to pick between wired and wireless connectivity, and the other one to change the layout between Mac and Windows. As for the layout, they went for something that's pretty standard. It's a 75% layout, so it's the same thing as a 65% layout, but with an added function row. Everything is pretty much NC standard, apart from the bottom right modifiers and the right shift key. As for the keycaps, they're pretty much the same keycaps that ship with the K1, but with a Cherry MX stem pattern. Although they're not completely flat, all rows have the same profile, so it's not as great to detect which row you're on. These keycaps are ABS with painted tops, so they will wear easily. My girlfriend has been daily driving the K1, and those keycaps have become shiny in a matter of months. They look pretty good brand new, and I like the font they use, but they won't stay like that forever. So now to the switches. This is where things get interesting. This keyboard is offered with 2 kinds of low-profile switches, either soldered-in mechanical switches from Gateron or hot-swappable optical switches from Keychron, and I've got the latter. They're offered in multiple colors, effectively 2 linears, 2 clickies, and 1 tactile. And here with the white variant, that corresponds to the lightest linear they offer. They're very light at 35 grams, and I would probably go instead with the reds, as I do get more typos than usual. Given the wider stems and likely tighter tolerances, they wobble less than regular low-profile Gaterons like the ones on the K1. Overall, they're also quieter and smoother given their design. What's special about these switches is that they have MX style stems, so regular keycaps fit on these, and stabilizers are also MX compatible. So you'd think you could use regular keycaps, but no, you can't. The stab stems don't align with the switches, but all MX compatible keycaps have stab holes perfectly aligned with the switch holes, and that's the major flaw I was talking about in the beginning. I can't really understand why they made this decision, as I thought that was one of the main selling points with this keyboard. Having MX style stems doesn't mean much if you can install a full set of MX style keycaps. We were so close to being able to install high quality Cherry profile keycaps instead of these ABS ones that shine in a matter of weeks, but they had to make them not standard. I think it's pretty misleading, and the section in the product's description about keycap compatibility leads you to believe that it would work. The only thing they say is that this, quote, may potentially pave the way for other keycap manufacturers to launch alternative keycaps, which now makes more sense given that regular keycaps won't work, but I can't really imagine that any company will bother making keycaps for this non-standard stab placement other than Keychron themselves. But apart from this unfortunate decision, the stabs are pretty good for a low-profile board. They are factory lubed and they sound and feel much better than the ones on the K1. I'll leave you with a sound test, but just before, let's hear a word from this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Skillshare has classes on plenty of interesting topics such as film and video, photography, and marketing. This year on YouTube, I'm really trying to double down on the best opportunities for the growth of my channel instead of trying to do a bit of everything. And that's a noteworthy takeaway that I got from a class by Garrett Moon named 10x Marketing, Content Marketing that Stands Out and Gets Result. I used to start new video ideas without really thinking too much about whether you guys wanted that, but that class was really a wake-up call to change the direction I was heading toward. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. This keyboard also comes equipped with LEDs, and there is a white and an RGB version. Here with me is the RGB variant, and you can go through the various animations with the light bulb key. They're all pre-programmed, some of them are static, others animated, and you also get reactive light effects. It is not possible to set colors on a per key basis, but you can cycle through all available colors with function plus left and right arrow keys. They're not the brightest LEDs for sure, as they're super tiny, but it gets the job done, and I think that's fine, especially if you plan on using it over Bluetooth, where you might as well leave them off anyway to preserve battery life. Like all other Keychron keyboards, this K3 supports Bluetooth with up to 3 devices, and here it works fine as expected, no lag nor missed keystrokes, but it goes to sleep after 10 minutes of inactivity, and then it takes a good 5 seconds to reconnect, which is quite annoying. Using it at work, this aspect was frustrating, and I got the reconnect slowdowns many times a day. It is possible to disable the auto sleep feature, but then you have to remember to turn it off to prevent draining the battery. That's something that the new new Type F1 does much better. It auto sleeps after 2 minutes, but never misses a key upon waking up. I really wish more Bluetooth mechanical keyboards were like that. Long story short, it works and doesn't lag or anything, but power management could be improved. So, in conclusion, well, I'm a bit disappointed with this keyboard. My expectations were pretty high given the weight and the promised features, but I was really looking forward to add a set of custom keycaps on this keyboard. The fact that we're so close and it's just a misalignment issue with the stabs is even more frustrating in my view. If you don't care about that, then yes, it's a pretty decent keyboard. It flexes a bit too easily in my view, but apart from that, the switches are smoother and quieter than the K1 V4, and the stabs are much better too. The hot swap feature is cool too, in case one switch breaks or something like that, although realistically, it will only work with Keychron branded switches, unless it becomes some sort of accepted standard. I would say if you don't care about replacing keycaps, you like the layout, and it will stay on your desk mostly, then that's probably a great option for you. So that wraps it up for today. As always, I'll have a link down below to where you can find this keyboard. I don't believe it'll be an affiliate link as Keychron don't have that, so if you can check out Skillshare using my link, leave a like on this video, subscribe if not done already, and go watch another video of mine. That'd be awesome. See you in the next video.